Yo, what's good, YouTube? We got another episode, and today we joined by one of my league mates, a guy I met once upon a time. We definitely got to talk about that meeting. My boy Cat, what's good?
What's good? That fantasy guy T. What's up? I'm here, ready to party, baby.
What's up, man? Do you remember us meeting? Do you remember how that went?
I remember us meeting. I remember at the expo. Hell yeah, I remember. I remember meeting a guy that thought he knew everything about fantasy.
Whoa. We going too far. The conversation veered, because I mentioned Jonathan Taylor, and you was like, Jonathan Taylor ain't gonna do nothing. Matter of fact, it was the arrogant cat, that Harlem cat, like Jonathan Taylor ain't gonna do. Oh no, I'd love to be in a league with you. Matter of fact, that's what you went. I'd love to be in a league with you. I'm like,
that's exactly what I said.
You will get a link. Say less. You will get an invite.
That's exactly. And when I came, if you remember, I dominated quickly. I think the only thing that took me out was injuries. It happens to me every year, and I can't control that. But if you look at my drafts, I always pick up players that people are not thinking about, and then you look back at my team, you're like, dang, how did he know this player was going to be great? It's just what I do. That's what I call Mr. Knockout Fantasy Football, baby.
You know what? Let me go ahead and give you the crown. From week 1 to 7, you are the champion.
I definitely. Oh man.
Unfortunately, this is a money league, so I don't have no championships.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I say to myself, I play in leagues for a few years, fill some folks out. You got some people in there. You have a league full of okay managers. You got some that talk a lot. I've seen who I have to watch out for. So you one of them. I'll give you your props. You're definitely one of them. But I think I got a hold on what we're gonna do this year, because I am who I am. I'm the best that ever did it.
Okay. How many years you been in the league? 2 years or 3?
Yep, just 2 years. Nope, 2 years I've been in the league. Yep.
So you never finished above me in the standings. I just want to put that on record. We'll put that on record. The best that ever done it. Just want to put that on Reddit, Mr. The best that ever done it.
It's a marathon, baby. It's a marathon.
I mean, I can't talk too much. I haven't won the league yet. I can't talk.
You haven't.
You
haven't. As long as we keep that status quo, I'm good.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it, like, this year 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 6 years, it have been someone that just jumped in the league, won the league.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think the first 2 years, it was a dude that won it back to back. He jumped in, won it back to back. Then it was another cat first year in the league. He won it. Wow. I know Gerard won it one year. I'm not. Yeah. So it was 5 years so far. So Gerard won it 1 year. Who in the league?
As long as Joseph has it, you don't mention his name. I'm straight.
Joseph only played 1 year, and he had the same excuse in every league. Like, Joseph. That's one person. He different. I'll tell you, like,
he definitely different. I'll tell everybody out there, he definitely different.
that man didn't make the playoffs, and he was telling, we was playing for the championship, and he was telling me and the guy in second place, like, my team better. I'm like, bro, you didn't even make the playoffs, bro. Like, you need to calm down. He was like, y'all trash.
He's a good addition to the league, but I like keeping him at where he's at the bottom half.
Well, I kept telling Winter, I'm like, I don't really want to even talk to this dude. He ain't even paid the buy-in yet. Why are we talking? You talking about all this money? I haven't seen him pay the buy-in yet.
Come on, man. Not him with the stack, not with the dollar stack.
Yeah, you showing all the money and stuff, but you ain't paid the buy-in. Like, what we like?
That looked like it was his first time at the strip club, and he bought one of them like dollar packs, and then he thought he was doing something. So we'll see.
So I'm gonna go ahead and tell David that was me. I was the one that said, I'm not talking to this dude no more because he ain't paid the buy-in. But you finally paid the buy-in. We just talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of these guys getting in the league talking and not paying buy-ins.
It's all good. Dave is a good player. So I think you got, like, y'all all talking to him, but he knows he's a good player. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the league.
Well, I don't have no proof. He has no history on Yahoo. When I
Oh,
went and
wow.
looked at it, I went and looked at his team on that Dynasty team, which that y'all in the league with. It's trash. Trash.
You know what the thing is we don't play in Yahoo. We use NFL. So
Okay,
like
I
the
don't.
main league that he plays
I'm about
in,
to say it got to be somewhere where I don't know because
nah.
you know.
He's always in the mix. He's won a championship. I've seen him go throughout the entire time. He knows when to trade. He so I sit back when I play with someone for a long particular time. I kind of see like who I gotta look out for. Some people is trash. Every year they're gonna do something crazy. they gonna outthink themselves. They're gonna I like the newness on that's coming out, and then they forget about like a Saquon Barkley in the second round. I'm like, I just look at them like what, like it's okay, but Dave is good. I wouldn't vouch for him if I didn't think he was a contender.
And that's why I said, like, if you don't make the playoffs, I'm gonna be looking at you, Cat. Like,
Hey, go ahead, come get me, come get me.
Fans. Winner don't respect him whatsoever. He's like, I think he trash. So that's why he's putting out that bet. That's why he's trying to bet with him. I'm like, yeah. We don't have no respect for him.
I can't wait for him to see this episode.
But let's get started. So, man, how long have you been playing football, my brother?
I've been playing fantasy football for a while now. I didn't realize it until you asked me that question. And I was like, dang, when did I start? I had to have started back in 2007 or something like that.
Mm.
And I remember doing it because I was young and I was working a second job. And I remember checking my phone for a couple of things. We just got the text messages that were coming through. I had one of those Blackberries and I was scrolling to see what was up there, what kind of alerts I could get. And I remember going on a computer in that particular space and playing the fantasy. And I started off with fantasy basketball, to be honest. And then I kind of slowly matriculated over to fantasy football. Ever since then, I've been winning. That's it. Every league I jump in, I become a problem. It doesn't matter.
Tell me about your first season since you was becoming a problem. Tell me how that went, your first season.
I could tell you about one of my first seasons playing with a group in the league. I think fantasy is about developing relationships. So playing in a 12-man league and understanding that you got to get an elite team by sacrificing good players, right? It's part of my philosophy. I'll tell her I don't care. It's like if I have two good players and I can get one elite player, I'll give you three good players so you feel like you're on top, knowing that I could build with my knowledge in the beginning of the season of who's on a free agency, who's going to give me similar numbers, but I know that elite player has that that boom ability. So it was kind of I'll take you to a recent one, not back in the day, but I traded a couple of players. Jamar Chase last year started off a little rocky, right? I saw my opportunity. The dude thought he was getting over. I said, hey man, he's just one of my favorite players. You just want to trade? I'll give you these three. He has a name. What happens from week 3 on? The dude was pissed because Jamar he realized Chase is 3 players in one, and I can build my team from the free agency wire or whatever's happening in the league. I could go from there. Last year, your league, I only had one quarterback, and I was still kicking people's behinds every week, trying my best to do what I needed to do. So it's all good.
Yeah. So I remember my first experience in my first league because I can go on Yahoo and check the history, and I remember I didn't know what I was doing. I definitely came in last place. Didn't know what I was doing, and I don't know what year that I got good. It could have been 5 years down the line. I don't remember, but it was I remember at one point in time I was playing in 8 leagues, and I won 6 of them, 6 championships and 8 leagues, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm him. And I next year I was in 20 leagues. It's all something the bug hit me.
Yeah. Nah, it's good. If you're a football fan, what it helps you do is stay on top of the entire NFL, all the teams. And I think the best thing about fantasy is the camaraderie. off like air, we were talking about just like the back and forth that we have like in our chat rooms. I think that's the best part of it. Like if you can cultivate like a kind of friendly banter where you are pushing the other person to be a little more creative, I think that brings about a lot, like in any fantasy league, and that's what I enjoy about the ones that I stay in for a long tenure of time. It's like that banter. I gain friendships. I talk trash. Most people know I'm not serious about some of the stuff that I say. Like if I call someone a fantasy hoe, I'm just calling you a fantasy hoe.
I
That's
never
it.
heard that term before in my life.
You'll hear a lot of terms coming up, especially if Joseph starts talking a lot. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I just gave someone a nickname today. We were talking. He made a trade that I just didn't understand, and I looked at his history. I said, you always giving this one guy the better end of the trade. So I told him he was giving up the cheeks. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna let you keep on clapping that, and I'm gonna call you Mr. Cheeks from here on out. And that's it. I'm just gonna call him Cheeks every time I say like, "What up, Cheeks?" And it's not anything that I'm trying to do to be derogatory. I think they understand that, which is what I love about it. Like everyone knows that the intention is just to have like that friendly banter. You feel me?
So how many leagues are you in?
I'm in six now. I'm in six. I'm in six leagues. To
Six
me, that's a lot.
altogether?
Yeah, six all together. That's it. Yeah.
Gee,
Is that a lot or is that a little for you?
that's little for me. I told you I haven't played in 6 leagues and God knows how long, bro.
Nah, I'm in six leagues. I'm in six competitive leagues. Like the last one that I just joined, that you saw me just come in, was I was cultivated because I don't want to get too lost and I like to concentrate and I don't like to get different players. I think that's the tough spot. Is like you get different players you don't know who to root for. Like or like you might have a player one week that I have on one team that I really want to win. I'm trying to put my energy into that player, but then I'm like, damn, I got him in another league. I need him to go off. I need to go off. So that is the part that used to get me. So I'm only in six leagues now.
Yeah, and I'm of course I didn't got beyond that. Like I don't. It's whatever. You go win some, you go lose some. Because people be like, "You got him in this league." I'm sure I got him in some leagues, but I'm also playing against him in some leagues.
Yeah.
But now the worst part is when you not own a player that year. Like I remember Derrick Henry, the season he got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, he was killing me. I ain't drafted nowhere. He was smashing me every week because I didn't have him nowhere. So that means I probably was playing against him somewhere.
Yeah.
So when he did get injured, I kind of sounded like, I was like, thank God. I was like, because he was killing me.
I remember the first year I played with you. I don't know if it was you who dropped him or didn't pick him up. It was Puka. I had Puka at every league. And I think you had an opportunity to pick him up, but you didn't. And I said, "Oh, he's out there," and I plucked him. Do you remember that?
I don't. I got him in most of my leagues, So
His rookie year when he broke out.
This yeah, I know what you're talking about. But this league, right? I had you and it was another guy who used to co-host with me who was in that league. So I wasn't getting none of those type of players. Only in my regular leagues I was able to swoop in and get a Puka and stuff like that. It's kind of like in a lot of leagues I traded for Irvin, Bucky Irvin, and Chase Brown. Damn near every league.
Really?
I traded for one of them, if not both of them. Traded for this league, nope. No one moving. Matter of fact, it's hard to get a trade done because people block your trade. Even if it looked fair, people talk about it. It's like when I made that trade at the beginning of the season, I had traded on. It was 2 quarterbacks. I can't remember who, but it was one quarterback and Drake May. Drake May wasn't starting yet, but everybody who knew had some sense knew he was going to start. We're like, this man wasn't even starting; he was starting and blocked the trade. I'm like, but
it's a strategy. I understand that, and half of the leagues that I play in, there's no veto. So I try to rely on everyone being like credible and like no collusion. So I think that part of it actually makes it fun. Like there's a dynasty league I'm in right now that they trading like it's the Wild Wild West, and I'm like, yo, what is going on?
Well, if I had a dynasty league, I wouldn't have a veto on it. It's only because it's redraft. Dynasty, I feel like it's like the beauty in the eyes of the beholder, bro. So you can't be trying to veto a trade just because that's the commissioner, think it's not equal. But when you don't know what'll happen, so it might look totally different in 2 years.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%.
So how many of the leagues, 6 leagues, is dynasty, and how many are redraft?
Now, most of them are redraft. I got one Dynasty league. The one Dynasty league I'm in is the one that I started. And it's fun. Like that's all I need. It's something in the off season to pay attention to, picking up players, having folks that I can either keep in my bench or taxi, making sure that they're good to go. So I'm having fun in it. The Dynasty to me is probably like what I'm going to get into a little more often when I find like another group of people that I feel like I could jump into. That's like really into it. Because fantasy, people act like you don't have to be smart to be in fantasy. You got to have like something that I call sight beyond sight. You remember that? You remember what they used to do in Thundercats? You had to have sight beyond sight. You just need to see what was going to happen before it happened, before that happened, right? So like with Dynasty, I love being able to pick up a player like Bucky Irvin where no one knows who he is, right? He doesn't do anything first few weeks, but you watch it, you're like, okay, go ahead, drop him. Go ahead. Or a player like Tajay Spears where he's hurt and you trade for him, I'll give you Amari Cooper for him. You taking a lot off my hands. Let me get him for Tajay. But understanding he does have a short shelf life, but when he plays, he's dynamic, right? And I don't think it was noticed in my league in those last few games that he played where he was fully healthy. I'm hoping he's healthy this year as well. So I like Dynasty. I'm only in one. The rest of them are all redraft. The redraft one, two of them that are redraft are keeper leagues. So you keep one player in the round that you drafted them, and then you're going to keep them for 1 year. You throw them back in the mix and then go for other players afterwards. So that's what I'm rocking with. How about yourself?
Oh God, I don't even know, bro. I'm scared to even count them, bro. I jumped in a few more leagues in the off season, so I know it's.
I asked you to join my Dynasty league. I remember.
Wait, do you remember why I said no?
Yeah, you don't like kickers.
I asked the two same questions. Every time somebody asks me to join a Dynasty league or something, I usually be like, is the buying at least 100? And is it IDP?
And it's not.
I don't know why I didn't join them.
You told me that you didn't like the fact that I had kickers. And I remember you said the kickers you didn't want.
You got kickers in a Dynasty league?
See, you gave me the same response. That's what you told me. I was like, it is. Both of the things that you said, it is. But you said that you like the fact that there was a kicker.
I don't play in no Dynasty league with a kicker or defense.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. The kicker or the defense.
Yeah, that's different.
You get down.
But they
don't have that huge of an effect, but I feel like they're still part of football.
It was a startup. You were starting it up.
Yep,
I wish I would have joined because with Winter Trash Team and other dudes trash team my team, I would have been fine.
Did he show you the rest of the? It's a 16-man league, so it's not that easy to have.
I think I seen part of Winter Team, but I seen the whole team of the other guy because. And it's trash. It's just trash. But I didn't know it was 16 man, 16. That's damn. Damn. Okay.
I like more managers. I think I brought that up to you. I like more man because it makes it.
I love. But you put 16 with defense and kicker. I don't love that, but I love 16 man.
We can always get to a space where I always ask like folks, like, hey, like this year, what did I add? Something that I saw, I think is in the league that we play in. Have penalties for like the last few, like if you come in last. I never thought about that. I love that. But I love that.
I don't care for that. I mean, what I'm saying. No. I'll be honest. I'm be honest. I don't care about that. Like that part. Mm-hmm. I don't care about finishing. Like I rarely ever come, at the bottom of the group. But this dude, he's so anal. Like you forget to change your lineup or something. You getting a fee for that. Like you pay a fine late, you getting a fee for that. You pay a fine late, you getting a fine for that. He ain't know about stuff. He be doing too much. And so I agree with you. So that's why I said if someone like you or some decide to jump in his league without talking to me first, hey, you got to deal with whatever. Because I would have warned you before you get in the league. Just let you know what you're getting into. You better be
I'm gonna always try something else, see how I like it. I see no, it's fine, and I was just laughing. I was like. But I like the fact that he pays attention. I like the fact that he's into it, and he just wants everything to kind of be like as orderly as he has it. I'm guessing that's how he is like at work or something. I don't know, but he was like that, man. I just like, you dude, ask me a question, I'll give you an answer. We ain't gonna run it like how you run your shit.
He's totally different. Good luck. I mean, he's sitting there arguing with his people, But that's why, and then he'll bring the energy to my league and want to argue with me. Won't you get tired of arguing with other people in your league? but you bringing it to my league, that energy. You know?
He's a good dude, but he does want everything a particular way, and I start laughing at him. I'll be like, I gave you a lot of information, bro. I was like, you have one question. He's like, why didn't you put this in there? It's like, don't ask me that. Just ask me the question. Ask me what you want to know, bro. I was like, you're good.
So what's your draft philosophy?
My main draft philosophy, to be honest,
and we talking about redraft.
I got you. Is going to be like in a PPR redraft, like let's say 14 man or 12 man, whatever you play, is actually running back hero. I'm not gonna lie, right? Like if I can get an elite running back, whoever I classify as an elite running back with my first pick, wherever I'm at, then I'm 100% gonna draft him. So I draft by tiers, and I create my own tiers. I don't go by like consensus or whatever. It's who I like, and then while I'm drafting, I'm crossing out names. Like, all right, this is who I like. This is what if I were to get this person in this particular round. This is how serious I take it. I put together a sheet. I say it doesn't matter if the person's ADP is like in the 7th round. I don't care. If I want to pick them up in the 3rd round, I'm gonna pick them up in the 3rd round because I know this is what I want my team to look like. And I'll bypass some other players. You didn't draft so and so. Nope. This is who I want. This is why I'm doing this. So I purposely get players that I really want to have on my team, and I do most of the time. It is really dependent. Now, if there's a player like Chase this year, I got to see how Justin Jefferson does during the offseason because he's one that can bypass that for me, right? Depending on his health. He got a couple of hammies. Hammies matter. So I'm paying attention to that. So I don't want anything disruptive. If it's someone like him or Chase or anyone I deem to be like an elite player, then I'll switch it up and I'll try my best to do best player available. Because if you start off with an elite running back, most leagues, are 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 2 flex, and then you draft from there. In the PPR leagues, wide receivers essentially get more points than running backs. And if you can just load up on what is necessary in the beginning parts of like your draft, then you're good to go.
So I did like what you said about, hey, if I got it ranked this way, I don't care if it's ADP in the 7th round, I'll take him in 3rd. See, I love players like that. You put your mouth where your money is. Now, Winner be talking that shit. He'd be like, "Oh, I play with my own mind, and I never see him do nothing like that." He drafted by ADP. Like, don't tell me how you play by your own mind, and you ain't reach on one player. You drafted player close to ADP. You ain't showing me nothing. That's why I said, even though Joseph do all that talking, I said, you know what? I respect how you draft Joseph, because Joseph, I was in 3 leagues with Joseph, and all his teams looked the same.
Oh, really?
Like, all his teams looked very similar, so I knew he was like, these the players I believe in, and I'm gonna roll with. Now that's dangerous. That could be dangerous. Yeah, but that's putting your mouth where your money. You know what I'm saying? Your mouth where your money is. Or your money where your mouth is. So that's like you like. Look, I believe it's gonna go like that. We gonna see how it gonna roll, and I can respect that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
So, all right, our next segment is rapid fire. So I'll just shoot question at and you just answer.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. Which player do you own the most of in Dynasty?
Travis Hunter is one that I'm going to own a lot of.
In redraft, who's your 101?
Oh, it's got to be Jamar Chase.
In Dynasty Superflex, who's your 101?
Got to be Josh Allen.
Which player are you looking for to have a bounce back season?
Calvin Ridley.
Who's your favorite sleeper this year?
It got to be Jaden Higgins from the Texans.
Which rookies are you flag planting from this year's rookie class? Not named Genty, so it could be multiple rookies.
Okay, I'm gonna go Hunter, T-Mac, Hampton, Harvey. Who else do I like? And I like the kid Warren from the Colts.
Okay. Which player in redraft are you leaving the draft with no matter what?
Hunter. Travis Hunter.
All right, cool.
I love Travis Hunter. You know why I like Travis Hunter? Because he's boom bust. And his boom is going to be really big if they give him like set plays and they put him in the offense most of the time. And they didn't move up. Here's my philosophy. That team did not move up 4 spots to not play him, to not make him the starter, right? So it's kind of like you see the skill set. He's faster than he looks, and I think he's gonna be like one of the next generation of players, like my man Dion was when he was playing. And they're gonna they're not gonna like his focal point is not gonna be defense. NFL is an offensive led league, and people want to see him do his crazy dances and celebrations. And I'm looking for him to do all that types of stuff while he scores. So he's one player that I want in most of my leagues, and I'll put it out there. That doesn't matter. Someone's gonna watch this and try to jump me.
I don't expect to be able to draft him in another league. I think everyone else gonna be higher on where I'm expecting him to score fantasy points. So they probably gonna be drafting him higher than where I'm willing to draft him. But
I see. You know what? I do see him getting. Do you know how like there was T. Higgins, and then there was Jamar Chase? Mm-hmm. How Chase came and then he took over the target share. I see the same thing happening over in Jacksonville. See the same thing. I think BTJ is great. I think he's a great player, but I think he's going to be T. Higgins of the Jaguars.
Not
to say Higgins is a nasty.
You mean Chase or T. Higgins? Which one, Chase or T. Higgins?
No, Brian Thomas is going to be T. Higgins.
Okay.
Hunter is going to be Chase.
I would agree with you if he wasn't playing defense. If this was just a wide receiver that's not,
I think they're going to limit him.
I would totally agree with you.
I think they're going to give him some burn and some packages, but I don't think that's going to be I think his primary role is going to be on offense.
Because Brian Thomas surprised me more than anything. I thought he was going to do well. I didn't think he was going to do it that well.
Who did Brian Thomas get his numbers with? What quarterback?
Oh, he did get a lot of numbers with Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. It wasn't true. Trevor Lawrence was healthy.
And Mac Jones could play. I can't believe somebody gave him a starting job. Like he could play.
Crazy. It's not like he doesn't suck. He's just not mobile. I think the league is leaning towards more people that they can either run out of space, but they're forgetting about like the Tuas or the Jared Goffs or like the Mac Jones who can do things with precision.
How he failed, though. Think about how he failed. They decided to put a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, as the offensive coordinator.
I think it's crazy.
But his sophomore year that he needed to make a leap.
Yeah, I thought that was wild. So I do think Mac Jones will continue to learn. I think I agree with you. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think that he's gonna, if he gets an opportunity someplace where he sees one, like I think he's better than Daniel Jones, right?
Definitely.
Daniel Jones getting the opportunity to go to the Colts. Had it been Mac Jones over there and they see the difference, I think Mac Jones wins that job.
Easily, hands down.
I agree with you.
Now, when people say Daniel Jones going there, I was like, well, I don't see that. That ain't moving the needle much. I mean, he gonna be a problem, and it really gonna be a problem. Somebody like Mac Jones would have went over there and be like, well,
he's just gonna prove that he sucks even more. Like he has spurts. So I'm not saying he doesn't have a skill set. It's just my opinion. Yeah, he is. He has spurts, but he's not a starting quarterback, right? When I saw Mac Jones in there, when he had the opportunity, if things are schemed better on the defensive end of it, he's a quarterback that can get you through games. He's just to me as good as having like a Brock Purdy, just as good as having like a Michael Penix. Like he has the mind to understand like where the ball needs to go. So I don't understand like why, and he has the arm talent too. It's like he wasn't shooting rockets out there. He was getting BT. He was finding. There was one pass where he threaded the needle to us. I said, "Whoa!" I took a step back. I said, "Oh, who was that?" And it was Mac Jones. So I don't know. I think it's just because he's not mobile, and the league is moving towards like, if you notice, most quarterbacks can run and get out of space, like on almost every team. When you look at Herbert, Bo Nix, Patrick Mahomes, Geno Smith, then you go to Lamar, Burrow. Flacco's actually an outlier. I'm going down the list of different quarterbacks, but your Josh Allen, like the successful ones, have a little bit of mobileness to them. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think that's what most of the league folks are going towards. Like even with your Jackson Dart, it's a good like combination of both, right? He can move a bit.
Where can the people find you at?
So I'm on Instagram. You can follow me at Mr. Knockout Fantasy Football. That's my own personal page. Gonna restart on my fantasy podcast. Don't Pour My Milk podcast. We're over there. I'm always wearing the gear. Me and my man Osohan, we trying our best to give you the fantasy news. Hit me up if you need any fantasy advice. I'm always down to help you with your drives, interests. If you want to join like a league, we could do that together. But I'm always here for the fans. I love my fans. No, I'm just joking. I don't have anybody.
All right, man.